Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. This is going to be, relatively quick because we're going over Swain's reveal. The Swain rework is finally here. It's finally out, or at least it'll be out on the PBE servers in a couple of hours from this video. But let's take a look at the abilities, boys and girls. Let's see exactly what Riot has done with Swain because the teaser looked fantastic. So, what do we have? Swain, the Noxian Grand General. Swain is the visionary ruler of the Noxian Empire, commanding its war hosts from the front lines. Though he was crippled in the Ionian Wars, because, obviously even right now, Swain walks around with like the stick, his leg is kind of crippled, it doesn't really work very well, etc. Swain seized control of Noxus with ruthless determination and a new demonic hand, which is the new one we see here, which I'm assuming is going to be, a big thing of his rework and his new kits and whatnot, which is pretty cool. Now the Grand General marches against a coming darkness that only he can see. That kind of gives me a little bit of an idea as maybe he kind of transforms into something, like that kind of takes control of him, like the darkness. Anyways, taking a look at his abilities, let's see what we have here. Passive, Ravenous Flock. Ravenous. Swain can periodically right-click any nearby immobilized enemy champion to rip out a soul fragment, damaging and pulling them towards him. And that's just his passive, and that's just the first part of his passive too. Alright, we're in for quite a ride here, boys and girls. The second part of his passive, called Flock. Enemy champions leave behind a soul fragment when they die. So, okay, so there's two ways to get soul fragments. Right-clicking on them when they're immobilized, which I'm assuming combines with one of his abilities, and when they die. Similar to Thresh in a way. Shadowy Ravens scavenge nearby soul fragments, healing Swain for a portion of his maximum health. Swain, okay, can store several fragments once. So this instantly gives me the vibes that he's like a warlock, right? I mean, they did say that they wanted to rework Swain to be more like a warlocky champion. So let's take a look at exactly how this, actually looks like. Wow, oh, that's cool. And you can hear like the whispers. That's cool. Hey, I like that. I do like that. Can you right click them here? Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that actually. Damn, that's pretty sweet. All right, take a look at his Q ability. I love warlocks. Like I love like blood mages and like dark mages and evil things, which is why I love Zed. Right, he's like an evil assassin. I love this kind of stuff. Like this is actually pretty interesting for me. Q, Death's Hand. Swain unleashes several bolts of Eldritch, I don't know what that means, power in front of him, each damaging the first enemy struck. Enemies can intercept multiple bullets, but only take full damage from the first bullet. Pierces. This kind of reminds me of Old Graves Q. This is exactly what I think of instantly when I see this. Old Graves Q. Just recycle into Swain's kit. Okay, so all of them can hit, or not all of them can hit, I'm assuming. Okay, and bolts pierce through units they kill, so you can use this to actually farm waves and to harass as well, which is cool. And restoring a portion of Swain's mana. Very cool. Vision of Empire. Swain opens a demonic eye at a target location, damaging and slowing all enemies in the area after a moderate delay. Vision of Empire deals extra damage to champions caught in the explosion, reveals them, and grants Swain a soul fragment for each champion hit. Wow. Dude, this rework is sick. This is like not even Swain anymore. This is literally a new champion. Damn. Ooh, look at the range on that shit though. That's so cool. It doesn't CC though, right? Oh, that's slowing all enemies. They didn't really show how much it's slowed, unfortunately. I wish they would show an example of how much the slow is exactly. Like, is it a slight slow? Is it a big slow? But that's so cool. It really is cool. Nevermore. I'm instantly thinking, just based off the ability icon, Death Grip from World of Warcraft. Swain projects his demonic hand forward, damaging all enemies in his path. The hand returns to Swain and explodes on the first enemy hit, damaging and rooting all enemies caught. Okay, so that's the ability that really combines with this passive nicely. Damn. Explodes on the first enemy hit. That's really cool. That is really cool. It would be cool if it kind of pulls also, but I guess if you combine it with this passive, it will pull regardless. So it is technically kind of a pull because it works with this passive well enough. But anyway, his ultimate, Demonic Ascension. So this is where the darkness that only he can see takes control of him, I'm assuming, and probably related to the soul fragments you pick up. Swain gains a large amount of health on cast, so as he actually used the ability, and drains life from several nearby enemies, prioritizing champions for an extended duration. So kind of like a Blood Mage Warlocky kind of ability, which is very cool. When Demonic Ascension ends, Swain consumes his soul fragments to cast a Demon Flare, a nova of energy that damages the closest enemies around him. Demon Flare's damage increases for each soul fragment consumed. After draining enough health, Swain can end Demonic Ascension to cast, or early to cast a Demon Flare on demand. Wow. Dude, this is, I have to say, this is, hey, oh shit, hey, and then it cancels, let me see the cancel, Hey. Oh, shit. I'm assuming he can cast other abilities in this form, right? Doesn't really say anything. So he just consistently keeps draining him, which is very cool. So it's literally like it's just a cooler version of his current ultimate. It's honestly just a better, cooler, just in every single way possible, whether it's what it does, whether how it looks like, and it's just a better version of his ultimate that just isn't oh god, I like this, man. Honestly, yo, this is cool. I like this rework. I'm enjoying it. So let's take a look at how he plays out. So as Swain, you're a warlock general who seizes the life and souls of enemies on the battlefield. Stay 5 steps ahead of the opposition with Nevermore, which I'm assuming is his, no, it's not his W, it's E. With Nevermore and a Vision of Empire, which is the W, clipping the wings of your foes as you rout them. Oh, wait, what's the range on this thing? Let me see. Okay, they don't really show the range. Unless that's the range, maybe just that far. Clipping the wings of your foes as you rout them out of position. With your plan set in motion, head to the front and wreak havoc or whatever. With Death's Hand, which is his Q. And then shrug off any counter-offensive using Demonic Ascensions, which is his ultimate. Once you've brought enemies low, devastate their formation with a Demon Flare, which is his... Oh, his second part is ultimate, of course. And claim victory. Pause that, let's pause that. Let's take a look at this, man. This is... Okay, so that's the W, missed it. Okay, that's fine. Uses the Q, missed it as well. Got full stacks of his passive build. Off his ultimate. Goes ham. Starts doing a lot of damage. Draining the life very slowly. You can see the life is slowly going down. Lands the E. Pulls in with the passive. While also landing the Q. No W from what I've seen. And cancels it. And finishes him off rather with his ultimate. Okay. Alright. The range on this Q doesn't seem very long though. So let's see what he does here. Initiates with W, most likely, no. Initiates with E, followed by the passive into his ultimate, channeling it, getting a lot of damage, using W to zone him out, consistently goes in, finishes him off with the Q, goes for the Amumu, still draining HP from the Amumu, and I'm assuming the minions as well. Misses the E, unfortunately, but still lands the CC from the Graves, or maybe his E actually did land, pulled him in with his passive, and almost got the kill on Amumu as well. So that's kind of what I got from just that right there, which is pretty damn cool, man. Tips and tricks. Damn, dude, this is a rework, man. I like this. After the battle, the Ravens feast. Let's take a look at the oh, that's a splash art right there, though. Woo, that's the base right there. Also very cool. Which one? Oh, that's the pyro one. Okay. Oh, that's a cool one. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's the teaser. Okay. Damn. All right. Well, there you guys have it. This SWAIN rework is finally here. I have to say, I like it a lot. I don't like the current SWAIN at all. I think it's just so one-dimensional, so boring, so just plain. This is not even SWAIN anymore. It really isn't. This is just a whole new champion. Completely a whole new... There's almost nothing about this. His ultimate sure has resemblances to his new ultimate, and ultimate have resemblances, sure. But it's still, honestly, a pretty different ability. His passive is pretty much completely different. The only thing that's even remotely similar to me is the fact that his Q restores mana. That's about it. It really is. That's about it. Nothing else is even close to being the same, which is really cool. So either way, guys, let me know what you think about the rework down below. I'll have gameplays of him once he goes onto the PvE server. But thank you for watching. And again, if you're hyped for this, boom, hit it with that like button. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.